To the both of you, President Trump and President Biden, thank you for allowing the Dr. Nasser Sheikh Show to conduct this interview. We are so grateful for the both of you to take the time to sit down with us and let the American people sort of hear some of the answers to some of the pertinent questions that we have. First of all, President Biden, I hope you had no problem finding the place. The directions were okay, especially since we are in your White House. So I hope everything was all right. President Biden? Sir? President Biden? Oh, seems that just want to get on with it. All right then. Well, I've got my questions written down here. First question to the both of you. President Trump, how would you rate your economic policies over the 4 years that you were in office? And President Biden, please jump right in whenever you feel the need to. All right?
We created the greatest economy in the history of our country.
Well, first of all, let's put this in perspective.
The unemployment numbers for African Americans, for Asian Americans, for Hispanic Americans, virtually every number was the best.
Inflation rate month to month was just an inch.
We had the best stock market price ever.
I got that, but guess what we are? We're in a position where for the last several months it hasn't spiked.
Well, we thank you for that answer. The next question is going to be for the both of you as well, and that is, what do you think of Hillary Clinton's handling of her emails? And go ahead, please.
You know what? She deleted 33,000 emails.
How that could possibly happen, how anyone could be that irresponsible. And I thought, what data was in there that may compromise sources and methods? By that I mean names of people who helped, or et cetera. And it's just totally irresponsible.
I think it's disgraceful what she's done.
I mean, honest to God, that's all I.
Now, next question, President Trump. What do you think was the biggest scandal during your presidency? And please try to be very, very specific. Thank you.
Was when they spied on my campaign.
I haven't, look.
They spied on my campaign, they got caught.
Don't.
And then they went much further than that, and they got caught.
Yes.
It was our Justice Department.
Yes.
It was Obama and Biden.
It's wrong.
It's wrong.
It's wrong. So wrong.
I think what happened was disgraceful. Should never have happened.
Think about that.
Should never have happened.
Think of how that has changed everything.
Well, sirs, it looks like we're going to have time for about 2 more questions. And President Biden, as agreed before by your handlers, your staff, that it would be all right for President Trump to ask one question of you, President Biden, and you agreed to that. So, President Trump, we're going to allow you to ask that question. But I want you to remember, President Trump, that Mr. Biden does show signs of mental incompetence. So please ask him a softball question, such as those questions that have been asked to him by the mainstream media. So if you would adhere to that, we certainly would like to hear that question that you wanted to ask President Biden. So President Trump, the floor is yours.
What kind of ice cream? What flavor ice cream do you have?
You think I would tell you if I knew exactly what it would be? Of course I'm not going to tell you.
You just come in here with that negative attitude.
And it's much too early to make that kind of decision.
Well, thank you, President Trump, for that softball question. And it looks like President Biden, you hit that one out of the park. That's a grand slam for you, sir. That's right. The fence was only 10 feet away, but you parked it. Now, for the very last question for the both of you. How optimistic are you about the future of the United States of America? President Trump, we'll start with you.
And when I finish, this country will be in a position like it hasn't been maybe ever.
I'm more optimistic than I've been in a long time.